This is London Tonight with Nina Hussain.
Good evening. The police officer who shot Mark Duggan, whose death sparked the London riots, apologised to a jury today for using a four-letter word about the killing. The marksman, identified only as V53, described his thoughts about the moment he realised Duggan was holding a gun. He was giving evidence in the trial of Kevin Hutchinson Foster, who's accused of providing Duggan with an illegal handgun. The full story now from Nick Thatcher.
This was the first public account of how Mark Duggan died by the police marksman who shot him. Giving evidence from behind a screen at Snaresbrook Crown Court, the officer, identified only as V53, told a jury he'd only fired at the 29-year-old as he believed Mark Duggan was going to shoot first. This was the scene on Ferry Lane, close to Tottenham Hale Station, shortly after the incident in August last year. Mark Duggan had leapt from a taxi after being surrounded by armed police. The officer told the court that as Mark Duggan turned to face him, he was holding a handgun in his right hand. He was holding the pistol grip of the gun, he said. I could make out the shape, the outline. I could make out the trigger guard and the barrel. A black sock was covering the gun, but the officer said the object Mr. Duggan was carrying was of similar size to the handgun he carried operationally. He told the court, the only way I can describe this is it was, if I may, my lord, apologise to the jury, an oh moment. He's got a gun and he's going to use it on me. A year on, cards on the railings marked the spot where Mark Duggan fell. He was hit first in the chest, then in the bicep. The court heard the second bullet over-penetrated and hit the radio of a fellow police officer, but he wasn't injured. The officer known as V53 was giving his evidence in the trial of Kevin Hutchinson Foster, who's accused of providing Mark Duggan with a handgun minutes before he was killed. He denies the charge and the trial continues. Nick Thatcher, London Tonight, Snaresbrook Crown Court.
The radical cleric